Hello and welcome to the talkSPORT Cup, where fans from across the country battle it out in a test of football trivia. We started with a pair of fans from each of the top 64 clubs in the country, but only 2 teams will make it all the way to the final for the chance to play for £1,000 and this trophy. There it is. Max Rushton's supposed to be looking after it this week, but he apparently dropped it, so sorry if it's got a dent in it. I'm Charlie Baker, and over there is the talkSPORT Cup fact machine, Angelina Kelly.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Angelina. Today's fixture is a first round tie between Ipswich Town and Wolverhampton Wanderers, so let's meet the teams representing Ipswich. We have Mikey and Henry. How are we doing, gents?
Very good, thank you.
Who's your favourite all-time? I'm going to say Paul Mariner is mine, but that's because I was a Panini football sticker collector in the 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Paul Mariner, Henry. But who's your favourite Ipswich player of all time?
I was thinking about this. My first love was Darren Ambrose. He was the first person I had on my Ipswich shirt.
Right, talkSPORT's own.
Yeah, exactly, on brand.
Yeah.
But I would have to say Luke Chambers.
Okay.
Wasn't in the greatest of Ipswich eras, but he was a fantastic leader and role model for our club. So I'd have to go with him, I think.
Yeah, Mikey, do you think it matters? Do you think it matters with a player what division they're playing in? Because it's still your team, isn't it?
I mean,
the football you're watching is the football you're watching, so it doesn't matter where it is. If it's good fun, it's good fun.
yeah, and we're just as fond of the players that got us out of League One as we are fond of the legendary players of the 70s and 80s. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, my favourite Ipswich player of all time is Chef Kikuchi, the Flying Finn.
Yes, a legend. Yeah, absolute legend.
Yeah.
Did he have the diving
The
celebration?
swan dive celebration,
Swan dive,
that was a big part of it. But yeah, he was a player that didn't have a huge amount of talent, but he just managed to just get every single ounce of what he had.
Best
on
ever
the pitch.
footballer called Chef Key, do you think?
Quite possibly, yeah.
So,
Top one, yeah.
in the top one. Darren Ambrose still got it, by the way.
Yes.
He can still play. He plays in the talkSPORT trophy now and again, not the talkSPORT Cup. This is the talkSPORT Cup.
Yeah.
The football match is the trophy, and he runs things, as they say. And representing Wolves, we have Chris and Jason.
Charlie.
Gentlemen,
How are we?
Jason, the old gold is looking beautiful on you.
Oh, absolutely. This is our shirt that replicates when we played Honved, and we created the European Cup, apparently.
Created the European Cup.
Well, apparently, yeah, I think we was quite pivotal in the start of European football.
Oh, okay.
So we've never won it, but...
There we are. The best thing ever to come out of Wolverhampton or Jimmy Page? Which one?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant, that's the one I meant. Did you mean Jimmy Page?
Yeah.
I meant Jimmy Page as well. Why do you think Robert Plant's better than Jimmy Page?
Yeah.
Who's better, Page or Plant? Let's find out. No. Wembley 88, Wolves. Why were you at Wembley in 1988?
Yeah, that was the old Football League trophy that we won, which you know very well, because we played you the year after to go back again, and you unfortunately beat us on our own
in the
patch.
semi-finals, at your home ground,
Yeah, which was still rankles to this day. I still got the hotel booking, by the way.
Steve Bull shirt?
Yeah, that's a Steve Bull shirt with a number 9 on the back, which he would have...
I mean, he was prolific, wasn't he? For people under, let's say 35 and be kind. Steve Bull scored how many goals for Wolves? I mean, it might be a question I don't know.
306.
306 goals for the Wolves, a record that will just never be beaten.
And up front with Much, was it Much? Andy Much?
Him and Andy Much, who went to play in the Premier League, but Bully stayed loyal to the Wolves and played really the entirety of his career in the Championship, which was a shame. But he did score at international level, so he did prove himself.
Good stuff. There we are. See, and I didn't even have to Google those Wolves facts. I just had them in my head. We're not here to have fun. We're here for football. Let's get on with the quiz. The first round is the home advantage round. Each team will get 3 home questions about the club they support and 3 away questions, which could be about anything. It's 1 point for a correct answer. They're allowed to confer, but if they get the answer wrong, it goes over and can be stolen by the other team. Are we ready? Let's get on with the quiz. Ipswich, coming to you first. And your first home question: who is Ipswich's all-time leading Premier League scorer?
Marcus Stewart.
It is Marcus Stewart. Wolves, your first home question: who scored a brace when Wolves recorded their biggest away win of the 23-24 season with a 4-1 win against Brentford? Who scored a brace? going to push you for an answer.
Was it Huang Hee-chan?
It was Huang Hee-chan. Angelina, there he is, celebrating. Excellent answering so far. Ipswich, your first away question. What is Cambridge United's ground called?
The Abbey Stadium.
It is the Abbey Stadium. There it is, Angelina. The Abbey Lounge. Wonder what you can get up to in there. 2 pints for a £5. I don't know. Don't go in asking for that. Deal I've just made up. Wolves, your first away question. What is Exeter City's ground called?
St James's Park.
It is St James's Park. Stuck in my throat saying Exeter there, but you know, there it is. Look at it. State of it. Dreadful. Awful place.
It's a very nice stand. It
Oh, it's
goes
awful.
halfway down the pitch.
Terrible. Worst ground in the league. Second home question for you, Ipswich. What was the score the last time Ipswich beat Norwich?
3-2.
It was 3-2. Now, who's that scoring there? Can you tell me? No
That
points?
is Alan Quinn and
Giovanni
hugging
Dos
him.
Santos.
Yeah.
Look at them
Alex
there.
Bruce.
They're loving it.
See, I thought that'd have been in black and white.
This is really starting. No bite. No, there we are. Here we go. Wolves, second home question. Which goalkeeper was man of the match when Wolves beat Sheffield United in the 2003 playoff final?
That would be
Matt Murray, there we are. Bet Matt Murray. Enormous hands. Massive hands. Very nice chap. Angelina.
And do you know what the scoreline was?
We won 3-0. We was 3-0 up at half time.
Yes, no extra points though, sorry.
That's not Pauline. Is that Pauline?
Pauline?
Oh,
Pauline,
yeah.
is it?
The
Pauline,
governor.
Dennis Irwin saying that.
Wow, way, look at that. Jolyon Lescott.
Yeah.
David Cameron.
And who's that? At left back for Sheffield United. That's Stuart McCall, yes.
Yeah.
Still playing. Wow, I thought that would be in black and white. Ipswich, your second away question. In which country do grasshoppers play?
Got it.
Switzerland.
It is Switzerland. There they are. Blue and white, like Bristol Rovers. Wolves, your second away question. Who scored Real Madrid's second goal in the 2024 Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, Jude Bellingham.
It was not Jude Bellingham. It goes over to Ipswich.
Henry's favourite player, Vinicius Junior.
It was Vinicius Junior. Not a fan, Henry, no? Not a big fan, but it was Vinicius Junior. There he is with his medal. Medal's on the table. Ipswich, your third and final home question. Who is the only team to do the double over Ipswich in the 23-24 season?
Yeah.
Leeds.
It was Leeds United. There they are. Is that them beating you? Yes, it is, because look,
I got on the
Ed Sheeran's
I
mark on your shirt.
got on the coach at about 4 a.m. for a 12 o'clock kickoff and lost 4-0. Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't a great day.
and
But
that's your favourite thing.
it all turned out well.
Wolves, your third home question. Who is the leading British goalscorer for Wolves in Premier League history?
British.
Push you for an answer. Who is the leading British goalscorer for the Wolves in Premier League history?
Sylvan Ebanks-Blake.
It's not Sylvan Ebanks-Blake. It goes over. Ipswich, any ideas? Name a Wolves player. Any ideas at all?
Just go that because that's the name we've got.
They've already said that.
Oh, did they say
Yeah, we've put we've written
Ebanks-Blake as well.
Yeah.
It's not Ebanks. We've established it's not Ebanks-Blake. That's the point of handing it over in many ways.
I had
Think of another-
I had Doyle in my.
It's not Kevin Doyle. No, it's not Kevin Doyle. It is Stephen Fletcher. Angelina.
And that was
Yeah.
with 22 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ipswich, your final away question. Who is Chile's leading appearance maker in the Premier League?
Alexis Sanchez.
It is Alexis Sanchez. Good answer.
And that's with 154 Premier League appearances.
It was incredible for Arsenal and then fell apart at Man United. Or maybe it was Man United's fault. Who knows? Wolves, your final away question. Who is Norway's leading appearance maker in the Premier League? Norway.
No. Sure.
Henningberg.
It's not Henningberg. It goes over to Ipswich Town.
We're going.
We'll go for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
It's not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It is John Arne Riise. There he is. Angelina.
And that's with 321 appearances.
321. Fantastic. And that's the end of the round. Angelina, what are the scores?
Scores are 7 to Ipswich and 3 to Wolves.
Let's move on to round 2. Round 2 is the Bravado round. Each question in this round is worth 3 points. I will ask the contestants a question and they will bid for how many correct answers they think they can give me. Whoever believes they can give me the most will have 90 seconds to name them, but crucially, if they fail to reach their number or give an incorrect answer, the opposition can steal the points by simply naming one correct answer. It's the Bravado round. Let's get on with the quiz. Your first question, I want to know, how many clubs can you name beginning with B in the top 4 divisions of English football? There are 15 clubs beginning with B from the Premier League down to League 2. How many can you name? You've now got 20 seconds to have a chat or write it down with your partner before we start the bidding. How many clubs can you name beginning with B in the top 4 divisions of the English football? There are 15 clubs beginning with B from the Premier League down to the League 2. How many can you name? 10 seconds. Clubs beginning with B. Give us a B. And on from there. Okay. 3 seconds. Okay, Ipswich, I'm coming to you first. How many teams with B do you think you can name?
We can name 6.
6. Wolves, do you think you can go any higher than 6?
We can name 10.
You think you can name 10? They've gone higher, they've gone 1 up. They've gone 10. Do you want to go any higher than 10, Ipswich? Or do you want to,
Go on.
You want to name them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Name them, please.
Okay, Wolves, they're asking you to name them. Can you please name me 10 teams beginning with B in the top 4 divisions of English football?
Birmingham City.
Birmingham City, 1.
Burnley.
Burnley, 2.
Barnsley.
Barnsley, 3.
Bristol City.
Bristol City, 4.
Bradford.
Bradford, 5.
Blackpool.
Blackpool, 6.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, 7.
Brentford.
Brentford, 8.
Brighton.
Brighton, 9.
Bristol Rovers.
Bristol Rovers, 10. How many did they get right? Angelina? Of course they did. All over it. Absolutely all over it. Fantastic. Very good, wasn't it? Angelina, they got 10 right. What did they miss out?
So you could have had Barrow, Blackburn, Bolton, Bromley and Burton Albion.
There we are. Bromley would have been a good one to get just in the league this season. There we are. You get the points, Wolves. Congratulations. We move on to Bravado question 2. How many Argentinians can you name who have scored at least 10 goals in the Premier League? There are 13 Argentinian players who've scored 10 or more Premier League goals in their career. But how many can you name? You now have 20 seconds to chat with your partner before we start the bidding. How many Argentinians can you name who've scored at least 10 goals in the Premier League? 13 Argentinian players who've scored 10 or more Premier League goals in their career. How many can you name? 10 more seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Wolves, coming to you first. How many Argentinians can you name who've scored at least 10 goals in the Premier League?
5.
You think you've got 5 in the locker? Ipswich Town.
Go for it.
You think name them?
Yeah.
Wolves, can you please name for me 5 Argentinians who've scored at least 10 goals in the Premier League?
Carlos Tevez.
Carlos Tevez, 1.
Xavier Mascherano.
Mascherano, 2.
Aguero.
Aguero, 3.
Zabaleta.
Zabaleta, 4.
Angel Di Maria.
Angel Di Maria, 5. Angelina, how many did they get right? 2. 2 correct. So Ipswich Town, can you name one Argentinian who has scored at least 10 goals in the Premier League?
I'm not sure we can, but I'm going to go for Newcastle's Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. Angelina, is he on the list?
He's not on the list.
Not on the list. It was a tough question. Angelina, can you fill in the gaps?
Yes, so the ones that you got wrong was Mascherano, Zabaleta and Di Maria. But you could have had Alejandro Garnacho, Alexis McAllister, Emiliano Buendia, Eric Lamela, Franco Di Santo, Hernan Crespo, Julian Alvarez, Leonardo Ulloa, Manuel Lanzini, Maxi Rodriguez and Roberto Pereira.
There we are. That is the end of the Bravado round. Angelina, what are the scores?
Wolves have managed to pull a few back, but at the moment it is 7 to Ipswich and 6 to Wolves.
Oh, there we are, 7-6. Round 3 is the Guess Who round. In this round, I'll give the teams clues. This could be about a player, a manager, a club, or even a stadium. And as soon as they think they know who or what I'm talking about, they can buzz in and have a guess. But if they get it wrong, they'll be locked out, and the other team can hear a full list of all the clues before giving an answer. There are 2 points per correct answer in this round. Let's get on with the quiz. It's the Guess Who round. To start with, I'm looking for a player. In 2006, this player signed his first professional contract with Brazilian club Internacional. And in 2007, he signed for AC Milan and made 150 appearances. In 2013, he returned to Brazil and signed for Corinthians. In 2014 and 15, he went on loan to Sao Paulo. In 2016, he joined Chelsea on loan, but only made 2 appearances. Later in the same year, he signed for Villarreal. In 2017, he played in China. Yes, Ipswich.
Go Pato.
It was Alexandre Pato. Excellent. Angelina, there he is, on the ball. Beautiful. Here's another player. In 1979, this player made his professional debut for St Johnstone. In 1981, he joined Sunderland for a club record fee and made over 60 appearances for the club. In 1983, he returned to Scotland and signed for Rangers. Yes.
Ali McCoist.
It is Ali McCoist's talkSPORT Zone. There he is, lifting one of many trophies. Let's move on. Another player. In 2003, this player signed his first youth contract with Portsmouth. Between 2005 and 2009, he had loan spells at clubs including Macclesfield Town, Bournemouth, Yeovil and Ipswich. In 2009, he made his debut for Portsmouth and went on to play 17 times. In 2010, he signed for Stoke, made over 150 league appearances. In 2015, yes, Ipswich Town.
Peter Crouch.
It is not Peter Crouch. Wolves, you get the rest of the answer. In 2015, he signed for Chelsea. In 2017, he moved to Bournemouth and made over 100 appearances. In 2019, he joined Qarabag on loan. In 2020, he had a short spell with AC Milan but only played twice. In 2021, he signed for Everton. In 2023, he joined QPR on a free transfer and made 46 appearances. In 2024, he returned to Everton and is currently registered with the club. Any ideas? Long career, lots of clubs. No.
No.
It's Asmir Begovic.
You know what? You didn't say it was
Moving
goalkeeper.
on, now I want a stadium. This stadium can be found in Scotland. This stadium has been nicknamed the Leith San Siro. This stadium is home to a team nicknamed the Cabbage. Scotland have played 7 men's senior international matches at this stadium. Name of the stadium. Yes, Ipswich.
Easter Road.
It is Easter Road, Hibernian. There it is. Look at it. Beautiful. I've played at Hearts, not played at Hibs. And another stadium. This stadium is the home of reigning Mexican champions Club America. This stadium has hosted 2 World... Yes, Ipswich Town.
Azteca.
The Azteca is correct, a.k.a. Estadio Azteca. There it is. Look at the size of it. It's almost like Plainmoor. Unbelievable. Now I want a club. This club is based in Germany. They last won the Bundesliga in 1978. For the last 70 years, this club has used a live goat as a mascot. Yes, Ipswich Town.
Cologne.
It is FC Cologne. There we are. Had a beautiful time there in the summer at the Euros. Now on the name of a manager. In 1991, this manager took his first job at Dutch club ADO Den Haag and stayed until 1995. He stayed in the Netherlands until 2004, when he became assistant manager of Tottenham under Jacques Santini. Santini left after just 13 matches, and his manager was appointed as his replacement. He managed Tottenham until he was sacked. Yes.
Martin Jol.
It is Martin Jol. Good Guess Who round for Ipswich Town there. There is Martin Jol. There he is. There we are. That's the end of the Guess Who round. Angelina, what are the scores?
As it stands, it's 17 to Ipswich and 8 to Wolves.
17-8. The fourth and the final round is the Stoppage Time round. There'll be 90 seconds on the clock, and if you think you know the answer, just buzz in. 2 points for a correct answer, but if you get it wrong, you will lose a point. Ipswich, Wolves, are you ready? Let's get on with the quiz. Who said, "I have always said that the best feeling in the world is scoring a goal. Don't tell my missus that, but it is. When that ball hits the back of the net, it is fantastic." Who said it? Anyone? No, it's Alan Shearer. In which country was the first ever World Cup played? Wolves.
Uruguay.
It is Uruguay, 1930. Which was Kyle Walker's first club? Ipswich Town.
Sheffield United.
It is Sheffield United. Which credit card company sponsored the League Cup between 2013? Yes, Wolves.
Barclays.
It was not Barclays. It was Capital One. Which Northern Irishman has made the most Premier League appearances? Yes.
Chris Brunt.
It is not Chris Brunt. It is Aaron Hughes. Who was the Dundee United manager when they last won the Scottish Premiership in 1983? Yes, Wolves.
Jim McLean.
It was Jim McLean. In which country do Bohemians play? Wolves.
Ireland.
It is the Republic of Ireland. We'll give you it. At which old ground was the Kippax terracing located? Ipswich Town.
Main Road.
It is Main Road. Which club was relegated from the top tier via the playoffs in 1988? Anybody? It was Chelsea. Which player pushed over the referee in a game at Hillsborough? Ipswich Town.
Paolo Di Canio.
It was Paolo Di Canio. He said it. Was it? Which club used to play at Highfield Road? Yes, Ipswich.
Coventry City.
Coventry City. That is time's up. Angelina, what are the scores?
Well, Wolves did manage to get a few back. They finished with 13 points, but the winners with 24 points are Ipswich.
Ipswich Town, congratulations. Are you thrilled?
Yeah.
Thrilled to go through to the next round?
Yeah, it could always be a banana skin the first round.
Yeah. Wolves, can only apologise. Knocked out again in presence of a Torquay United fan.
Yeah, we're used to it now. But we really enjoyed it. And,
you came up against a very good team, I will say that.
Yeah.
You knew your stuff. You don't go home empty-handed. You do, of course, go home with the talkSPORT trivia game. There it is, one each.
Thank you.
You can re-gift those, leave them in the plastic, re-gift them for Christmas if you so wanted. That's it for another episode of the talkSPORT Cup. We'll see Ipswich in the second round, and we'll see you next time.